Number 3, certified posting of the meeting.
I certify.
At the hometown center at 4:30, and we are now at the town hall at 5:03. So I guess the next item would be a roll call from our left to right.
Evenson here.
Bolton here. Peter here.
Reese here.
Donegan here.
Reppin here.
Next, if I could have a certify the posting of the meeting.
I certify that on Tuesday, July 8th, 2025, the agenda for the Town of Rome Parks and Recreation Committee meeting for Monday, July 14th, was posted at the following locations: Rome Town Hall, 3:15 p.m., Quick Trip LLC, 4:35 p.m., Nakusa Port Edward State Bank, 4:44 p.m., and posted on the Town of Rome website and emailed to the Wisconsin Rapids Daily Tribune on July 8th, 2025.
Thank you. The next item is we need to approve the agenda. Could I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve the. I'll second then.
All right. Any objections? And motion is approved. Next, Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Is it time for citizen comments? Are there any citizen comments today?
None received.
Okay. The next item, no action is contemplated except possible referral to a future agenda. Any information updates, meeting recaps, recent correspondence, current events, or announcements?
I'll do this. This Saturday at the Walden Park, there's gonna be a pop-in, starting at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're going to have free use of the kayaks, canoes, and paddle boards with complimentary hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, and bottled water.
And Justin Lowe.
And Justin Lowe will also be there. He's from Channel 9.
Oh, the weather guy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
weather
that
guy from
Justin
Channel
Lowe.
9. All right,
Like I know the name.
All right.
that's it for me.
Sue, do you have anything? No. Okay, I don't have anything.
The only thing I have is that Derek Hughes will be closed to the public for open riding on Saturday for a private event. That's it.
Any other?
No, nothing.
Okay. All right, so the next items are to discuss and possible action on the following items. Approval of the June 16th, 2025 meeting minutes. Could I have a motion to approve?
I'll
Motion.
move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any objections? Seeing none, motion's approved. The next item is the review Walden Pond interpreted sign for native planting. Would you like to?
Good afternoon. Okay, you should have, what was passed out today is the final. Just had like a one-word change from what I distributed about a week ago, so something one word I wanted to add in to clarify. So I guess just any comments, suggestions, changes?
I like the QR code where people can get a listing of the plants that they're seeing for more information.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The-
that's my question. Is that set up already? Is that something that, who would set that up, that link?
14 Miles already set that up.
Okay.
There's no information on it, but the link does work, I can tell you that
Okay.
already.
Excellent.
So there's plans to fill that information?
So what we're planning on is a plant list, information about all the products that are used. So like the Agricole native vegetative mat, also the Living Pathway, the company that makes that product. Then I also want be a link to like the Healthy Lakes grant to encourage people to seek funding to do this kind of work on their own shoreline.
Excellent.
Dave, how big were the signs then? How big are they? The signs?
We're looking at a 2 foot high by 4 feet wide.
Okay.
Material being used? Wood?
No, it's a
Steel?
metal frame on a 30-degree angle
Okay,
with the 2 posts on either side,
sure.
and a commercial grade. I don't think it's fiberglass. I think they've moved beyond that as far as what they use for materials anymore. But there's materials out there that are supposed to be like 10-year warranty against fading. So that's what we're looking at getting in. And then I'm looking at getting competitive pricing, and I'd like to see if we can do it local. But with the grant itself, DNR requires competitive pricing on any expenditure over $2,500, so I'm not sure if it's gonna come in under that or not. Some of the initial quotes did not, so.
What were the initial quotes at?
Everything from, about, up to about 4,000. Had one person that we contacted just to help with the graphic design. That was a $4,000 quote just for that. Locally, we had about a $4,000 quote from Rapid Sign, but at that time, the quote was for a 2 foot by 5 foot sign, and it was also for a good deal of assistance with the graphic design. So I reached out to Ashley at last week with another email. Haven't heard back yet to see if we could get that quote revised, see if we can get that down low enough that we could just choose a local vendor.
I move that we approve the look and let them go forward with it.
Yeah, I second that.
All right. So will this just, it gets the approval here and you can go and do it? Great.
Right,
All
he has to go get his quotes, and I think he has to go in front of the board then, I think, is it? I'm not sure, with a sign, or no?
There's just a sign permit application.
Okay.
Kind of like the directional sign because
Ah.
it's town property.
Okay.
Excellent.
Just the zoning administrator would approve it then.
And we will coordinate with Cody because the base is gonna be a bolted base onto a concrete slab.
Ah.
So we'll
Okay.
get volunteers to form that and pour that.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you very much for
We
all you've
appreciate
been
it.
doing
We appreciate
with
all
this
your work.
Yeah, Dan,
project.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
The other items I hope it got passed along was that I had a sign that I'd like to purchase that,
Yep.
yeah, first is the one that says, no mowing and spraying, and then it has a nice little paragraph on there that kind of explains native planting, so I'd like to get approval to put up like 4 of those and buy a couple extras for in reserve.
I'll move to approve the additional signs for the native prairie planting.
I'll second that.
All right. Any objections?
Nope.
Motion approved.
Okay, and then the one other sign I was concerned about because for years and then even this past winter, that seems to be a
Yeah.
unofficial snowmobile access.
Oh,
And so I'd like to get some signage up there to discourage that.
What was the wording that you wanted? I see the type of sign. This is the type of
Yeah, I
sign you
put it
wanted?
in the email. What was it like? No
No motorized?
no motorized vehicles, violators will be prosecuted, one of those type of signs.
Okay.
All right.
And you only need 1 or 2 of them, or?
I think 2, and then again, an extra in reserve for vandalism. Some people might not like the message.
All right, do we take a vote on that then? Motion to approve the additional signage as described?
Also move.
Okay, and all these sign purchases and hardware and everything are going to be purchased with the contributed donated funds, so no expense to the town, just coordinating with Cody.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
motion
Dave.
approved. Thank you. Okay. The next item for discussion and possible action, review of catalogs for pricing and discuss the list of possible RTC park amenities. Committee members are asked to prioritize their top 3 needs and top 3 future wants for RTC amenities for discussion. Should we maybe also work into this discussion, just our walkthrough of the Rome Town Center that we did prior to coming here on the food truck? Okay.
Do you want us to start just going around with our top 3?
Sure.
Everybody just discussing it, or how do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best, and then we'll just get a list together and see where they overlap. Do you want to start?
Me?
Sure.
Well, my top 3 were getting the electric in as soon as possible, the food truck parking, and then ordering up some the cement the concrete games.
And then future?
Future is shade structures, ADA compliance, and probably pickleball courts or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
I don't do it, so it's just what everybody else wants. I don't do it, I'm not,
She's not pickled yet.
still not pickled,
Not yet.
maybe someday.
That would be a good advertising. Get pickled.
Right?
Yeah. How about for you, Sue?
I definitely think the electrical for the food trucks. If we're thinking about adding or doing the basketball court for that area, makes sense to me to do that. Shade, definitely shade. And the cement structures, like for the bags. Couple of games like that.
Okay,
And then the future, pickleball. More shade.
that sort of thing.
Big
Yep.
one.
Okay, well, kind of following a trend here, my list was what we needed for the food trucks, the electrical, if we need pads, the entrance and egress for the trucks getting in. And then for once, I think we should put, just throughout the park, some dog stations with bags and for the waste. Just maybe scatter them around.
With the signs to
With
pick
the
up,
signs,
with the
yep,
signs to
yep,
pick up?
with the signs,
Yeah, pick up signs?
yeah. And then I had the pickleball and the concrete games. How about for you, Jill?
There's too many to pick from.
I know.
Definitely the food truck area needs to be addressed, and I believe shade should be one of our priorities. After that, ADA compliance, possibly. I'd love to I think future would be pickleball, basketball, just because it's gonna be a big expense.
Sure.
So then that leaves like the quiet games, the game tables and stuff. I would say maybe we can do that sooner rather than later.
Okay.
So make that, I don't know that it's a need, but I think it could get done
Just with the budget. Yeah.
right. I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah. That's- Okay.
Pretty much on your side in that the shade, the food trucks, and of course the electrical service going to them. And in the future, is going to be ADA, pickleball courts and basketball courts. But the ones that really need to be dealt with right now are the first 3 that I stated.
Yeah, I had the electrical and the food truck area, and then some kind of shading. So I guess we're all on the same page there. And then wants, I'd like to see pickleball and basketball and some game tables, maybe some bike racks too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, bike racks is a good idea.
Yeah, and the dog signs and the bike racks, I think that's something we could move pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly
Right.
on those.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, that's definitely a quickie.
All right, so if we kind of just, it sounds to me like we're all in agreement that we just need to get that food truck area going soon with the electric. And we'll have to do the driveways.
We need to reach out for bids.
Are we going with gravel for the food trucks? Where do we want to go? And my only concern with that is the vehicle sinking.
Even on the hard pack?
Yeah, that's, yeah, will they sink on the hard pack or not? Is that a,
Cody, what's your opinion on the hard pack?
It's a lot cheaper and it's easier to move should something change.
okay.
Okay, there we go.
So who goes out for the bids then? Do we just, how does that work here?
We need to get some dimensions, exact, what we gotta, 'cause they're gonna wanna know length, width, and then,
Have a drawing made up and,
yeah,
Okay.
locations. I don't know how to do that, but in order to get a bid, you kinda have to have that.
Yeah, you gotta have what you want a bid to put in there, yeah.
If you were gonna do it, go out there, mark it off, flag it off, and have someone come out and measure it.
okay.
Okay, so, okay, in order to do that, do we want to have, Cody, would you be willing to, with Jill and Lisa
Sure,
and
why not?
maybe myself? Or
If-
Flag-
if-
flag it
If you want
out
me
or-
to join you, I
Sure.
can.
To welcome everybody to the town of Rome.
Flags up,
Yeah,
and, do you have to have like, what's normal, two, 3 bids do you usually put out the RFP for?
Yes.
Something like that, okay.
do we need approval before the bids? I just want to make sure the process with somebody, the RTC committee, or just at this,
I don't know that you necessarily need to put out a RFP
No.
for something like this.
Okay.
It's not
okay,
a large, I
And it's-
think just getting 3 quotes would be
Great.
sufficient.
okay, perfect.
Do we use Hoffman for any excavating?
Depends.
Okay. Or I
Okay.
should say, do we have them bid on anything?
Good.
Yeah.
So we're looking to define the food truck area, the driveways where they should be, and then also the electric, just, it's already there, correct, but they'd have to expand it?
I'd have to have
To
an
look.
electrician look at it and see what kind of power's out there,
Okay,
where it's being dedicated to currently.
all right.
Is there a day, this week? I'm gone all next week, so I wouldn't be able to come help out
Okay.
with any flagging or mapping this, next week
Yeah.
at all, but,
It depends on when I get somebody out there,
okay,
so I will,
okay, let us know.
What are you thinking for electrical service? 220 single?
I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Okay.
Okay,
The dog stations, are they in the books?
they are in the books.
They are in the
Yeah.
books. I never saw those. I did see the game tables and some shade structures. Okay, cool.
At minimum, I would suggest we would do stone before we do the electric. Find out what that's gonna run,
Okay.
get that put in. The electric would be run behind the machines, behind the trucks, if
Mhm.
it was being done, and it's already gonna be behind the driveway anyway.
Okay.
So that can be put in at, if
Ahead
it's
of
not
time.
right away, it could be shortly thereafter.
Excellent.
Where's the main supply line coming in at?
Off that box that's on the side.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to get this rolling, do you think? Okay.
So once we get the dimensions and that, we don't have to come back here to approve that, do we? Do we just go ahead and get the quote then?
I-
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
And then the final approval would be the town board? Okay, for the expenditure. Got it. All right, so do we need to take a vote on that?
I don't think so.
Nothing yet.
Okay, all right. The next order or item would be for discussion and possible action is to review grant funding and possible projects for grants.
I haven't had a chance to look at any
I
myself.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at some of those grants that I had found, but
Mhm.
I think we should pursue that. And I can take some time, look
Keep
at
trying
that
to
more.
look some more.
Yeah.
Same here.
I haven't had a chance, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
I think it's a great idea. I mean, there's a lot of things out there that we could probably get, so,
keep it on the agenda, just
Okay.
as a continuation.
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Can I make a comment?
Yep.
Just for the new people. So Visit Rome has committed to 25,000
Mhm.
a year for the length of our contract, just
Yep.
so everyone's aware.
Yeah, we've already got that, that's gonna,
Thank
Well,
you.
that'll actually be paid in like September.
mhm.
Awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's good.
We would have those, and
Yeah.
that's supposed to be designated to the RTC.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
great. Okay,
Electric, stone.
and then
yeah.
it would be helpful,
That would be perfect
Yeah,
for the
right?
stone and the
Yeah.
electric. Big item there.
Mhm. As far as the grants go, if we could just identify when their deadlines are for
Yeah.
submittal, that
A
would
lot
help.
of those were due at the end of June, so but we can apply now
Right,
going forward
Yeah.
and,
For
yeah.
next year.
To
Yeah,
look at it
next
for
year.
Next year, yeah.
exactly. Okay. So should I move on to the next item? All right, so the item 13, discussion and possible action, review status and steps necessary to restart disc golf and walking trails project at Chester School Forest. Just a little bit of history. About three years ago, we entered into a memorandum of agreement with the Nacusa Public Schools for use of their school forest, Chester School Forest, which is 40 acres on Highway D, just west of Hoozles on the north side of the road. And it really has been has not been used for much. And it's a great area that we could develop into hiking trails and some disc golf tees, holes. So we had a subcommittee, and we were originally looking at a basic golf course, and then it kind of grew into maybe a championship that would attract tournaments. But we may want to revisit that and just to get it off the ground, get the hiking trails and maybe do a smaller project of the disc golf, and then we can always expand it if the need arises. So I guess the question is how do we start resurrecting this project moving forward?
How do you plan a disc
Yeah.
golf course? I
Right.
mean, I know nothing about the game. My nephew plays it huge, but how far apart do they have to be? I mean, I know nothing about the game.
There's
Is there a planner?
there's a
I would
plan.
imagine it's planned out in the same similarities as a golf course. And you have maybe pars. You know, okay, you're on the seventh tee and it's a two par, so you gotta throw that disc twice.
There are people out there that design these things. So we did go through the RFP process. Unfortunately, nobody bid on it for whatever reason. I think the premise is excellent, and I love the idea of using this property for this, and I think it should go forward at some point. I think we need to maybe step back. It's great that we're all kind of going to familiarize ourselves with this because I don't want it to go away. But we do have a lot going on right now. And we don't want this to, like, we get a quote this year and not have anything happen for 2 years.
Correct.
So I think we need to just kind of think about that as far as a timeline.
I agree.
Maybe this fall and winter, we put together a plan that maybe we can start up again next year, but I don't know that we have the manpower
Is that,
or the
prop-
money to do anything this year.
is that property staked off
It
anywhere,
is.
anyhow?
We did have it surveyed by Badger.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
So there are stakes.
I see every storm that goes through blows down more, because it used to have a nice clearing in
Yeah.
there, they used to have a place that you could
To
go
park
in
your
and,
cars.
yeah, and,
It's a mess
Strange.
right now.
it is a mess. Yeah, so you couldn't even begin to try to hike
No.
or get through it, walk through it right now.
Right, it would be rough.
I think what we need is somebody that does these, that designs these to get excited about it and want to do this project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some local people out of Stevens Point that have done disc golf courses in the area, and I had initially contacted him, and it kind of fell by the wayside, but maybe someone local,
That'd be
know.
great.
yeah.
My question is who's going to maintain the property?
Right,
Mhm.
that's another issue.
Right, well, and that's something we would have to kind of consider.
Is there a way to possibly work with the high school? You know,
Mhm.
as a trade of any sort, of them,
I think,
you know,
I think
doing,
a collaborative effort
Yeah.
would be great.
I would propose something similar to the dog park, where the town does the minimal, but you have that volunteer group for upgrades, and maybe it could be a partnership between like our silent sport draft and the Nakusa School District. If there's a couple classes that is similar to something that goes on out there, maybe you could
volunteer hours,
Yeah.
anything, I mean,
Right.
you know, just,
do a couple work parties a year or
Mhm.
something like that. I think it could get done. I don't know what the minimum that the town would have to do. If there's mowing, if there's,
Same
The-
mowing, there's
the-
gotta be.
Right, but the fact that we don't own the property, it's not a town of Rome piece of property, raises some
Concern.
concern.
liability
well,
concerns.
I think that's in the,
The memorandum.
in the
Yeah.
agreement with with Nakusa School, we agreed to
Mhm.
take it over. And actually, there was talk of, we don't accept funds from it, except, I don't remember what the wording was. We'd have to go back
It's
and look
been a
at the
while,
wording for
it's been
that.
a long while.
Yeah. I think we can accept donations, put a donation box out there for funds.
Maybe collaborate with area businesses for whole sponsorship. There's Friends of the Dog Park, there could be Friends of the Disc Golf Hiking.
Could we bring the agreement back to everybody to get a copy?
Yeah,
Can we
definitely.
find that, so everybody can at least read it and see what we,
Do you have a copy of it?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
You seem to have everything.
Yeah, I can look it up.
Where is roughly the location? I'm not familiar with it.
if you're going, west on Alpine here,
Mm-hmm.
Hoozles, you
Yep.
go just past Hoozles, there's a couple of houses, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see a little sign that says Chester Creek.
Oh, yep, yep.
That's it there,
Okay.
that's your entrance,
Yeah.
and it
It's
goes
a
back in.
40 acres,
Yeah.
I believe.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it
realize
goes
that.
back
That was
in.
40 acres right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's on the right-hand side.
Okay.
yep, there's a little sign.
Yeah, I know where. Okay, I've seen the sign. Okay.
Okay, well, perhaps then in just the next couple meetings, we can start pulling our past information together and sharing it.
So that we have
Mhm.
information to talk
Yep.
about later on after we take care of the town center.
Exactly. Yep,
All right.
that sounds good. Okay, so the next item would be dates and items for future agendas and meetings. So I guess we should take a look at what we have here. Looks like we've pretty well completed the Walden Park interpreted sign,
Mhm.
so
We want to bring back the grant funding review.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and look into
That
that a little
on
more
there.
too. Yeah.
and
We
then.
can talk about bike racks and dog signs in our discussion with
Okay.
the park amenities.
Yeah,
Sounds
pulling them out of the books and picking
Yeah.
how many.
Anybody else wanna take this one?
She's got her trusty folder there.
I'll take it today.
Right.
Okay,
And
and
maybe an update
on the, yeah, well,
on the town center.
right,
Okay.
RTC food truck.
I don't think we need anything else new
No,
that I
Yeah.
can think of.
Yeah.
Oh, sure we do.
all right. So is it okay, everybody, for the meeting, our next meeting, August 18th? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so our next meeting, August 18th. So,
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
All right.
Yep. All right, so meeting's adjourned at 5:33. Okay.
Thank you.